Jimmy and Yvonne 722. My superstar is back. Let me catch your breath. We're gonna
I'm
do.
fine.
He's fine.
No.
Great, he's fine.
Yeah, he just told me he wants to go down to the gym, the Colony Square, and do a little
do some
bench
reps.
pressing.
Well, you gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta warm down.
You gotta warm down.
Right? You
Yeah,
gotta cool down fast. That's a runner's thing that he,
yeah I wouldn't know anything about it.
All right, we're gonna do traffic, and all your team in training is here in the studio. This is great, and we're gonna check with them too.
I'm just mad I can't play my Run Forest run drops anymore.
You can do whatever.
We did a lot of work, Jimmy, for
Yeah.
all this, and you've really screwed the entire show.
yeah, funeral march all
We
set.
Yeah, dead man walking. Traffic is brought to you by Kroger. We've got very minimal problems and delays out there. 85 northbound at North Druid Hills. It was just one little wreck sitting off to the right. They're doing the paperwork, and that's about it. Southbound 75 wide open, Cobb County. In fact, all the way from Bartow and Cartersville. 400, same thing out of Forsyth into Alpharetta. 85, 316, no problems whatsoever. City Marcus at Piedmont. I refuse to recognize that wreck anymore. It's been sitting out there for an hour and a half. Something tells me it ain't there. Traffic brought to you by Kroger. I'm Crash Clark with Dave Traffic.
All right, this race update is brought to you by McDonald's. How about that?
So,
This is the news of the day right here, folks.
and I have to tell you, like, I had no intention of running with other people. I figured, I'm going to go out and do this.
Yeah.
And start the course, and then yesterday I got an email from Javier, who is with Team in Training. He's one of the coaches. Your last name is Colon, right?
No, that's
That's the guy who won.
I'll take his paycheck though.
Yeah. And he said, hey, I'll get some of the Team in Training people out, and we'll run with you. And so, actually there were 7, and one of them had to go to work. And Kruger is one of the main coaches. Kruger, I have a question. First of all, testify, how much of this did I actually walk?
Very, very little. You walked just a tad up Cardiac Hill. We, sorry, they're shoving me into the microphone here. Yeah, you did great. As I told you earlier, you're a sandbagger, man.
No, I'm not. I don't work. But how the hell did I do this?
Yeah, that's what I
Is
want
it
to
just
know.
pure adrenaline? And I know it's very helpful to run with other people.
That's the thing.
Was
There's no
that
doubt.
what it was?
Running with other people helps tremendously. But one of the things I told Jimmy starting off was slow and steady. Start off slow and taper from there.
That's what my wife tells
Just
me.
keep a nice, steady pace instead of sprinting until exhaustion, and the race gets a lot easier.
And that's just with 6 or 7 people that we're running with. So I can imagine when there's 50 or 60,000 people cheering you on, it's got to be really exciting. Because there's no way, Yvonne, that I could have done this if it were. You get to talk to people, and you set. I would set, like I said before, goals. Like, okay, I got to run the first
And
mile.
before you know it, you're at the next.
Yeah, then
goal.
you're halfway, and you're like, oh well, okay, I can't stop running now.
You know what?
Then,
You know what Mary does for every mile in her marathons? She thinks about a certain special person in her life, and every mile is dedicated
Oh,
to
that's
that
really
person,
nice.
and she goes through each mile, and that gets her through.
Who'd you dedicate mile
Yeah,
3
to-
to,
is that
Jimmy? Did you
to-
dedicate anything to?
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
It was all. Each of you had 3 miles. 3 miles. That's right.
This is great that they came and did this. You guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. I cannot believe
so
I did
proud
this.
of it.
I cannot believe it.
Let me ask the coach again then. So what about all the myth of people, I've trained for 6 months or a year?
That's what I don't get.
This guy.
I mean, he just sits around all day.
Yeah.
and
he,
walks
No.
around.
he makes a funny joke and he leans in his chair and he rubs his chest.
Let's
and that's
ask him
the
how
only
he feels
stretching
later.
he ever does. What do you say
Jimmy
about
is not
this?
the Buddha he makes himself out to be. On the radio on this morning, I'm driving in, I'm listening to him talk to you all, and it's like, oh, geez, I don't know if I can do this. I have no shape whatsoever. And then he gets there, and you see him standing there, and he looks like he's in reasonable shape, and you start running, and you find out, well, geez, I walk every weekend about 6 miles.
Yeah.
Play
Thinking,
tennis.
Straight to God. He walks straight to God every weekend.
And that's not cardio.
He walks in hills. I'm like, Jimmy, you can do this no problem at all.
I hate running. I do hate it. And I have tried where I live to run around the neighborhood. And it's hilly, but it's like really boring. It's really, really boring. It is a totally different experience. Like, this was a completely different experience, being able to sit and talk and, yeah.
Now, is this going to kickstart you? Maybe you're going to become like a runner or a bike rider, or
He's going to come join Team in Training, is what he's going to do.
Let's walk before we run.
You've already done that. You passed that stage.
Oh, you have? You went from 0 to 60.
And what's crazy
Zero to
is
60.
after I was at about a 15-minute mile or something like that.
Correct.
I finished in what, about an hour and 20 something?
Correct.
Okay, and I'm thinking the Kenyans, the guys who win this,
Yeah.
27 minutes,
Yeah.
28 minutes.
On a bad day.
Yeah, like they're at a full sprint
Yeah,
for
that's why they
6
get
and
paid for it.
Yeah.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
your
so
time.
Yeah,
much.
congratulations.
Team in training.
Guys,
No.
It's our chance.
And